Hi everyone, thanks for joining and welcome to this session. I'm really excited for this opportunity to talk to you about Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or otherwise known as RAG technology, and why it's so important for your AI search strategy. If you're not familiar with RAG yet, don't worry, I'll be breaking it down in a simple way throughout this session. So to introduce myself, my name is Gabriel Kempski, and I've been at Yext for 5 years. I'm part of our solutions engineering team where I help our customers navigate the rapidly evolving world of search. With generative AI transforming how and where your customers begin their journey, we're seeing a major shift in the search industry. And that's exactly what we'll be discussing today. So why am I talking to you about this topic? And why is it important now? Well, let's go back to late 2022 when OpenAI released their first iteration of ChatGPT using their GPT 3.5 model. I'm sure we can all remember the viral sensation of this new AI. And in fact, in just 5 days of launch, ChatGPT crossed 1 million users. And by April 2023, just 6 months later, the estimated user traffic was 173 million users. I even recall the first interactions with ChatGPT, asking it to write parodies of songs based on personality traits of my friends. However, this soon shifted to me realizing the potential of the AI and asking it to help me restructure content and even write code. In fact, what we were seeing here was the beginning of a huge shift in the digital space and a change in consumer behavior. But early versions of ChatGPT had limitations. It was a powerful conversational AI, but sometimes the AI would generate completely incorrect responses. Additionally, these models were stuck in time and they had access to the information only that they were trained on. Due to the likelihood of hallucinations, which is where the model would generate inaccurate or entirely incorrect responses, the models were not heavily trusted. Who knew it was possible for somebody to walk on water and cross the English Channel by foot? So since those early days, AI models have evolved rapidly. They've continued to get bigger and more sophisticated. An increasing focus on ensuring factual accuracy resulted in the development of more and more advanced reasoning capabilities. Initially, this started as chain of thought prompting, which was done directly by the user. This was to encourage the models to effectively think in a particular way and break down complex tasks into intermediate reasoning steps, often showing examples within the prompts themselves. As a result, response accuracy was improving, and these models were able to handle more abstract and multi-layered queries. Building on these prompt-based innovations, later models have demonstrated the ability to utilize chain of thought reasoning without the specific prompting from the user, as well as more advanced methodologies such as self-consistency and reinforcement learning. However, there was still one big problem. While the LLMs provided a great way to have dialogue with the user, on their own, they only had access to the set of data that they were trained on, a snapshot in time. They needed a way to get access to other sources of information, including real-time data. You may all be thinking, hang on a minute, there are tools which I use daily, which have citations to website, which are up to date as of today. And you're absolutely right. We can think about applications like Search GPT, Perplexity, and Grok, and they all can do exactly this. I can use ChatGPT search to find out the weather in London right now. And Perplexity markets itself as an AI search engine with access to real-time information to provide advanced web search capabilities. And Grok, the Gen AI tool with close ties to the social platform X, previously known as Twitter, has a unique advantage by having direct, near real-time access to all public posts made on X. These tools don't just rely on their training data. They pull in information from external sources before generating an answer. This process is called Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG, and it really is a game changer for AI search. You can imagine RAG as an efficient assistant to the LLMs that enhances responses by retrieving real, relevant information before generating its answer on the fly. But what's the impact of this? Well, consumers are now able to bypass traditional search tools like Google and instead can get up-to-date direct answers from these next generation AI search tools, which include real-time information. But let's break down RAG in a little bit more detail and take it piece by piece. So as discussed already, LLMs in themselves are able to respond to questions using its intrinsic knowledge. So the answers are based on its training data. As we know, this data will be a snapshot in time and potentially be a reduced set of information. Now with RAG, the AI is able to combine these key elements to make it even smarter. So breaking this down, we have first part, which is retrieval. This is where the AI searches and returns relevant information from an external source. This could be sources such as a knowledge graph or websites or databases. And remember here, AI likes structure. So the more structured the source of data, the better. Then we have augmentation. It may be that the pertinent information to answer the initial question can be found in multiple results returned from the search. AI is able to blend this content together in order to form its response. And then finally, generation. On the fly, using the relevant information, the LLM crafts a response that feels conversational, but is now grounded in facts from the external source. The result, a powerful conversational tool with reduced potential for hallucinations and access to external sources of data. To put this all into context and to highlight how this can impact your brand's presence, I'm going to focus on ChatGPT search for a moment. I asked ChatGPT search how it works, to which it responded that it's able to provide conversational responses whilst also have access to real-time information from across the web, sources which it would cite in its response. Asking it whether this is effectively using RAG technology, but using the web as its source of information, ChatGPT confirmed this to be true and even expanded to say that this enhances LLMs by providing access to up-to-date information beyond their training data. This shows that it's critical to ensure your brand's digital presence is activated in as many places as possible and indexed ready to use across all AI tools, ready for use in AI answers. If the AI can't find an answer to customers' questions from your brand itself, it will look to unverified sources, or worse still, make it up entirely. So RAG may well seem like a fairly complex concept, but actually the job is made a whole lot easier for the AI with thanks to structured data stored in knowledge graphs. Even the largest AI tools prefer knowledge graphs as a source to retrieve content via RAG. A knowledge graph enables data to be stored in a structured way, ready for the easy consumption by the AI. I asked ChatGPT search what index of the web it uses, which, as you all may already know, is Microsoft's Bing index. It then goes on to confirm that as part of that index is Bing's knowledge graph known as Suntory. Suntory stores structured information about entity types, including people, places, and things, as well as their relationships between one another. These principles are the same whether talking about large AI apps like ChatGPT search, or whether activating your own data ready for consumption by AI search. Everything really does start with the data. This evolution of RAG in AI technology has directly impacted consumer behavior. Consumers no longer need to use Google to find accurate, up-to-date information. And now what's happening is we're witnessing a major shift in how people search. These AI tools are pulling users away from traditional search engines and directing them towards RAG-powered AI search experiences. This is continuing to happen at a rapid rate, so it's vitally important that brands like yours take action now to ready your presence for the rise of AI search. What's interesting is that AI isn't just using websites. It pulls data from a range of sources, many of which brands might not even be actively using. We've seen examples where ChatGPT cites sources like Local Mint or YP, and they're also pulling from social media as well as reviews. This highlights that it's not just about where humans are searching, but also where the AI goes to find answers. Even if you're not actively using these platforms, AI is considering data from all across the web to validate the information that is presenting back to its users. So what should marketers do now? Well, hopefully these are 3 actionable steps for you to take. Number 1, organize your data. Use structured formats like knowledge graphs to make your data AI friendly. Number 2, leverage AI tools and look into solutions that integrate RAG capabilities. This could be including the likes of site search platforms to enhance your customer experience. And number 3, shift your SEO strategy to prioritize relevance and depth. AI-driven search isn't just about keywords. It's about providing AI with the right information to answer users' queries. And how can Yext help? Well, Yext helps you manage all aspects of your digital presence, and it starts with storing your data in your own Yext knowledge graph. From there, your data is structured and activated, ready to be fed to the AI and RAG. Listings help to ensure accurate, consistent, and well-structured data everywhere that the AI may pull from. Reviews enable you to manage your reputation in a consistent way for the AI to ensure accurate representation of your brand in its own knowledge graph. Websites provide a way for you to publish structured content to the web for AI to index and serve to your customers. Or you can even consider creating your own RAG-powered AI search experience directly on your website. And social, a platform to manage your social media, provides an engine to continuously engage with your customers and publish refreshed and current content to the web. So that's it. Thanks so much for your time today. I hope this session has given you some valuable insights into RAG technology, AI search trends, and how you can prepare your brand for this evolving landscape. Thanks.